Good morning, everybody. It is a Wednesday, and I hope that wherever you are and whatever day you are watching this on, you are doing oh so well. So, like I said, it's a Wednesday. It is my third week back at school. I know I haven't made a video in a long time. I've been trying to get back in the swing of things, of school and work. When I woke up today, I was like, I want to have a peaceful morning. Usually in the mornings I work out for a while and I try to get a bunch of work done, and I just use the mornings as like crunch time. And today I was like, my body needs a break, my mind needs a break. I'm going to do some yoga, listen to an audiobook, and make some waffles. So that is what I did. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the new year. Usually I look at a new year as an opportunity for so many things, right? Usually I love New Year's Eve. It's one of my favorite holidays. My family usually has a big party and we have lots and lots of yummy food. And we did still eat all the yummy food. You know, we couldn't have a big party this year. One of my bestest friends came over and we played games, and that was pretty much it. Usually on New Year's Day, I set a bunch of goals for myself and I reflect on all that I did within the past year. However, this year when I looked back on 2020, I was like, what did you do? I just didn't accomplish things that I thought I was going to. You know, I was supposed to study abroad in 2020 and I didn't get to do that. So I was trying to look back on the things that I did and I just felt myself being disappointed. And I had to, you know, snap out of it and say, girl, it was 2020. Then I was like, okay, 2021, I'm gonna do things. I'm gonna read 50 books. I'm gonna write a book. I'm gonna exercise every day. New Year's Day passed. It was January 2nd. And I was like, you haven't read an entire book yet. You haven't written 50,000 words yet. You haven't ran 8 miles yet. You are failing. I just felt that like 2021 wasn't a fresh start or a new opportunity. It was just a continuation of 2020. It made me feel pretty down, especially just the first week of January. I was like, we had some scary, crazy things happening in the Capitol and things just weren't looking that great. So I tried to set some intentions rather than goals. I wrote in my journal on like the 3rd that I wanted to focus on gratitude and be thankful for what I do have. I wanted to have faith in myself. If 2020 has taught me anything, it is that I am strong and capable even when my plans get thrown out the window. Because I am a person who loves to have a plan, right? I have a vision board where I have the next 10 years of my life planned out. And then when COVID struck, that plan got thrown out the window. But I still managed to take advantage of opportunities. I still managed to find things to do. If COVID taught me anything, it is that I will be fine without a plan. And then my last intention that I set was to let it go. Not to sound like Elsa. This year I'm trying to focus on the big picture and just not sweat the small stuff, right? Let go of things that don't matter. Will this matter in 5 years? Everybody makes mistakes. And when I make a mistake, I plan to make it right, learn from it, move on. Not focus on things that I did 5 years ago. Because I don't know about you guys, but are you ever laying in bed and you just randomly think about that one embarrassing or mean or weird thing that you said 8 years ago, and then you can't sleep because all you do is think about it and how weird, mean, or embarrassing that was? Because same. So this year I'm gonna try not to do that because I can't change the past. I have no control over past Elayne, and all I can do now is try to learn from my mistakes and help future Elayne live a little bit better. Those are my major intentions that I wanted to set for this year. And I just wanted to share them with you because I don't know about you guys, but January's almost over and I keep going back and forth. I'm like, was this a good month? I mean, there were some scary things, but also like the inauguration was really cool and I'm hopeful for our future. And although we still have a lot of work to do, at least we're taking a step to start. COVID is worse. Classes are still virtual and things are scary and there's new strains of COVID, and it's like there's a lot of good, but also a lot of bad. I didn't want to feel like I already failed New Year's resolutions, and so that is why I tried to set intentions this year. And if you guys are in the same boat as me, feeling like 2021 isn't really a fresh start and that this New Year's is just way different than all the past, and like you are not alone. I'm feeling the same way. I am excited for school this semester. I'm in a lot of classes that relate to my major, and all of the classes that I'm enrolled in are ones that I specifically picked out and ones that I enjoy. So I'm very excited for this semester. I am really hopeful for this new year, and hopefully you guys are too. You've got this. If this year feels like a continuation and not a fresh start, you're not alone. But know that you can make changes, you can set intentions on any day. It doesn't have to be January 1st, it doesn't have to be February 1st. You can decide right here, right now, that you are going to focus on gratitude. You can literally decide to change anything or to change your mindset literally anytime. I'm going to take you guys along with me a little bit longer of my morning. I'm gonna get some studying done, I'm gonna read, and yeah, I hope that you guys are doing so well and that you are enjoying this video, and I will talk to you guys in a little bit. So I am currently reading two books. The first one is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang, and I am about 75 pages in. I'm really enjoying this book. I like the way that it's written. It's a fantasy novel, right? Militaristic story, and I like the way that it's written like modern language, okay? The way that the teenagers communicate with each other sounds just like teenagers would talk now, and I think that this makes me fall into the story way easier because it is a fantasy story and there's a lot of history and military strategy discussed. The writing and the language and just the dialogue makes it way easier to understand what's going on and to just really fall into the story, and I really, really like that about this book. I am really enjoying it. It's very, very different than the books that I usually read. If I read fantasy, it's usually like very magical or romantic or something, and I don't usually read books like this. Like I said, there's a lot of history discussed and a lot of like military strategy and battle, just very information heavy, and it's totally fine, like it's working. The way that the author has written this is very, very cool. I also really like how this book talks about like discrimination and prejudice. So the main character, Rin, comes from a poorer area, and she scores really, really high on this exam and is able to attend the best military academy in the country. But because she has darker skin, she's from a poorer area, and she is a female, she is discriminated against and treated poorly. This book hits on a lot of real world modern issues, but it's written as a fantasy story, which I just love when authors do that. You know, they talk about real things, but they put it in their book in a little fantasy way. And I just think that this book is so special, and I already really like it. And I've heard nothing but great things about this book, so I know that it's going to get even better, and I'm very, very excited to see where it goes. The other book that I am reading is an audiobook, and that is Pride and Prejudice. So in my last video called The Classics That I Want to Read, I said that in 2021, I wanted to read a book by Jane Austen. And I told you guys that I had read Pride and Prejudice. I realized that I was mistaken. I have read half of Pride and Prejudice. That is just a failure on my part. How have I not finished it? Literally don't know. So I decided to read the audiobook, and I've been listening to it while I walk to class or while I get ready. I listened to it while I was making waffles this morning. So I'm listening to Pride and Prejudice. Obviously, I am very much loving it. I think Bridgerton really put me in a historical romance mood. So I am reading Pride and Prejudice, absolutely loving it. Enemies to lovers, Mr. Darcy, gowns, the setting. Pride and Prejudice is just a wonderful story, and I absolutely love it. I actually have plans to read a bunch of historical romance books for Valentine's Day. I will probably be filming a video where I do a marathon of Tessa Dare, the Duchess Steele books. I really want to read those. So I'm excited for Valentine's Day to keep reading the historical romance books. Yeah, I'm going to go, and I will check in with you guys later. to go to school and work now. I have a class that is starting in like 1 minute, and then I have to do some office hours for my job. So I am going to go now, but it was oh so nice to spend the morning with you guys. I hope that you are having a peaceful day, and I wish you nothing but love and happiness today. And remember, you can do anything, you can change your mindset at any time, and I'm always here for you guys. And have a great rest of your day or night or morning, wherever this video finds you. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.